Hi, good afternoon. I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Hollywood Contractor. I didn't get your name, but anyway, my name is Alex. First of all, thank you for replying to my text message. And I got your website, right? And you tell me you don't have any traffic. Well, I'm going to give you three tips, three simple things that you should be focusing on and how this is going to benefit you, how this is going to help you to get traffic. But you don't want any traffic, right? You want people that are looking for your services in specific. Because what's the point of showing up for, I don't know, kitchen cabinets if you do installation but you don't sell cabinets? Things like that. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about content, uh, keywords, and backlinks, and how that will help you to be found on Google and your competition and that kind of stuff. So I'll tell you website here. It has a nice design, simple, black and white. I like the elegance of the website. But what most website developers tend to ignore or not understand is content. If you want to be found on Google, you need to have relevant content targeting specific keywords that, based on the research, you'll know how much people are looking for those specific keywords, right? So content. So I can see here that you have content, but nothing really relevant. When I say content, I'm talking about all the text that your website has. So you have only that text over there, but nothing else, right? Why is this important? Because when Google analyzes your website, they read through all of it, right? And it's not that they have like an actual human being reading, it's more like an algorithm or a software, if you will. Um, and based on their criteria, they decide, if you are targeting, if you are mentioning a specific keyword, and if the content surrounding it has relevance regarding it. So since you don't have that, you know, I see that you have multiple services but not links on it. You should have a specific page for each specific service. That helps a lot. The more content that you have, the more Google will take you seriously. That if that makes any sense. So I can see that you do flooring, bathroom renovation, kitchen renovation, painting, framing. You do all of things, right? You have here, get a quote. Let me see what happens with a quote. Oh, you got an anchor. Okay. So you only have one page, one simple page. You don't have sub pages, which that's also uh, be beneficial for you so you can have some more authority in the eyes of Google. Let's see, text us. What do you have here? Nothing's happening. The other thing that you need besides adding relevant content, when you add images, right? If you don't save them with relevant name, for example, bathroom remodeling, I don't know, um, Patterson in New Jersey or Newark, New Jersey, that's from Newark. Let's see if I click on it. See, it says WhatsApp image. This has to be changed because Google would not recognize this as something uh, being referenced to bathroom remodeling, right? So that's another thing. Let me just, okay, hide controls. Yeah, I'm sorry. So pictures, when you upload them, you have to have a relevant name, not just EMG. And I'm sorry, and since you didn't clarify if you want this in Spanish or English, I just went ahead and do it in English. But if you need all this information in Spanish, let me know. I'll create a new video and I'll upload it uh, right away. So, content, the first thing that you have to take care of. Adding sub pages for specific services, same thing. Um, when you upload images, you have to give them a specific name. Like I said, bathroom remodeling New Jersey, or I don't know, Newark, New Jersey, things like that, reference to the job. The other thing, I use this tool called Ahrefs, and what this does, it picks data from your website based on Google criteria. So we can see here that your website only has two backlinks, and I'll talk about that in a second, and you're not being found for any keyword. And that's because, one, you don't have anything relevant here. And I'm not saying this in trying to be offensive, but in the eyes of Google, you don't have anything relevant. That's why you're not being found for any keyword. You don't have any taggings, any titles, for example. if that makes sense. If you are into web development, that kind of thing, you need to have your H1 tags, H2, H3, and so on for specific headlines that you want to show up, if that makes sense. So you're not being found, right? So what do you need to what you need to do? Fix those things. Why? Because if somebody goes to Google and types kitchen remodeling, somebody's typing searching for a contractor. The first thing you're gonna see here is this is sponsored by Google. You pay to be there. This is like the Google Ads. When that start, same thing, if you will. You pay every time somebody clicks on your ad. Even though makes Google makes it look really easy and fun, if you will, and promising. When you set up your Google account, it's not that easy because if you don't know what you're doing, you can end up bleeding a lot of money and not getting the results that you need. So that'll be the first thing, right? This year. Then you have your map section. How do you get to be here? If you have a Google business profile, you need to have relevant content, optimized images, just like we talked about before. And if you have reviews, you need to reply to those reviews. Even if they're bad reviews, you need to reply to those reviews. Even if they're good reviews, you need to reply to those reviews. Why? Because Google loves them. They love their interaction between service provider and customer, that kind of thing. That'll be the map section. Now we go to the organic results. Number one, we have this, and I've always when I do research about contractors, home remodeling, these guys come up. Magnolia, home remodeling.com on number one, kitchenmagic.com on number two, Garden State Renovations, uh, renovate.com, number three, and so on and so on, right? So, quick fact, almost 70% of the people that do a Google search, they go only for the top three here and the top three here. That means that they don't scroll all the way down to the end of the page, not even go to the second page. Well, used to have second pages before, now it's just a big long scroll down kind of thing. But 70% stays on the top. That means that if you're reaching page one, you might be missing a lot of opportunities. But in your case, you're not even being recognized. So let's see why these guys are ranking number one and the difference between them and you, of course, and how what everything that I say about content and backlinks, I'll show you about backlinks in a second, makes sense. So we open their website, and the first thing we see is contractor. They're targeting this keyword, home improvement contractor in J. And they have more keywords, right? In New Jersey, home improvement contractor, and they surround that keyword with a lot of content. Content here, more content here, more content here, more content here, and that's not the only thing because they have this website is so big. They have more sub pages, right? They have resources. They can have a blog, and it's giving them power. But you get the idea, right? There's a lot of content here, a lot of headlines, a lot of taggings, a lot of links. That's what makes them. That's one of the reasons, one of the few reasons why they're ranking number one, why they're so powerful, if you will. You see here, for example, improvement contractor in New Jersey, and they surround that keyword with a lot of relevant. Okay, not necessarily means that you have to do the underlining that kind of thing and highlighting. That doesn't impact the performance. But let's see the numbers, right? So if we go to see the numbers, they've been found for over 8,700 keywords. A lot. Of course, they have a lot of pages, and they have over around 1.8 million backlinks. Now, this is very, very important. What are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites or other websites that are mentioning your business name, your business with all the information on your website, and this will give you power so you can be found on Google. Think about like a popularity contest. The more people you get to talk about you in a positive way, the more relevant you're going to become, the more relevant you're going to stay, top positions. Same thing happens here with backlinks. And it's not about the quantity, it's more about the quality. But again, for this amount, it's pretty low. The rating that they have is a 28. They have websites they have less than this and is ranking way better. Anyway, I mean, they have better rating. But let's see what kind of keywords are they being found for based on the content that they have, right? And how they structure it. That makes sense. So home remodeling NJ, for example, there's 200 searches a month. Because they're ranking number 2, they're getting 88 visits every month. If you ask me, those are 88 chances they get every month to get a client that's looking for home remodel. Kitchen remodeling NJ, 250 searches a month because they're ranking, again, top. They have to be number 1. This is not updated. They're getting another 85. And you see, they play for the top position because it brings more traffic to them. And you can see that varies between 1 and 2, 1 and 2. It's always the battle between those positions, right? But again, if you do the math, 80 here, and my apologies, that's my phone. Let me just put it on silent. Okay, I'm sorry. So you do the math, right? 85 chances here on getting a client that's looking for kitchen remodeling plus 88 over here, over 170 something chances they get only on those 2 keywords. They have more than that because they have sub pages, right? Masonry, they do masonry as well. 200 searches a month because they're ranking number 2. They're getting 64 of those 200 searches. So depending on your website, what do you have to do? You have to add more content. You have to decide what keywords you want to add for the home page, what keywords you want to add for the sub pages, because one only single home website page kind of thing is not going to do probably kind of well if you want to have people landing on your website when they're trying to search specific services, right? Like these guys are doing. Let's see, basement finishing in J. 250 searches a month because they're ranking on 4. They get another 42. Not even ranking the top 3, but still getting traffic. So that's what all the value comes. Because again, if you're ranking, this is a broad example, right? If you're ranking for kitchen remodeling, right, and that's it, yeah, you're gonna be showing up. But what if somebody shows up? What if somebody in California search for that and you show up? What's the point of that? You want your area to be finding you, not other area that you don't not even close to it. So that's how we do a comprehensive research assessment, and we can tell you, yes, this content is appropriate for you and this and that. But again, it's all about the keywords that you want to show up for. If they have volume based on your location, I'm not sure if you're looking for the whole New Jersey state kind of thing. But because New Jersey is not that big, I live here by Princeton. It's Windsor, but um, what I can see is that you rather target counties or the whole state, and then you filter on your website. Anyway, I'm going too much ahead. I hope you find this information useful. I didn't want to take this video to be that long, but like I said, I hope you find this information useful. Those tips are crucial if you want to be found on Google. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Once again, my name is Alex. If you need this in Spanish, let me know. I'll upload this in Spanish and make it easier for you to understand if that's the case. Again, let me know if you have more questions, and thank you for watching.